what's up, y'all? It's Jake
and Barbara
coming at you in the light of all this challenge, hardship, I don't know what you really want to call it, pandemic, all of the above. We're just trying to bring in a little bit of lightness, trying to bring you a little bit of movement into your life. We know exercise boosts our immune system, and here at TriFitness, we're fighting to try to stay open, trying to keep everything in place that we can, but we know some of our members can't make it as well. So today we're going to give you just a pretty general overall warm-up that you can do at your house using things that you have at your house to try to keep you moving forward, try to keep you healthy, keep your immune system up, and try to make sure you don't go crazy right now in this time of kind of locking ourselves down and locking our families down and not doing the things that we love and the things that we respect. So we're going to talk a little bit about different warm-ups. We're going to go over kind of a generic basic one from standing and kneeling position here. We know we have clients from every end of the spectrum. We're going to kind of go in and out with the music here, have a little bit of fun, coach it, and also do some of the movements together and show you. So honestly here we have a couple of household items that everybody's got. We got Barbara's magic bag here. You know, it's got everything you can imagine in it, right?
Yes, it does.
Mary Poppins, right? You ever seen she pulls it out? Here you go.
Yes.
Right? So a book bag. Okay, we're going to go into our emergency water bottle. Right here, nice and control. We're going to use those, maybe drink them a little bit as well. All right, so then chairs. So we're going to go ahead and grab just everyday household chair that you have. And if you have a yoga mat, grab a yoga mat. Other than that, we might use a couple things around the house. We're going to talk a little bit about if you have steps at the house. This is our version of it, but if you have steps at your home, we can use those as well. There's so many different ways you can move. There's so many different ways you can get activity at the house, and we're going to try to bring it to you, try to give you a little bit of action, a little bit of thought, a little bit of direction, a little bit of coaching here as always at TriFitness Gym. So we're going to try to structure this a little bit like our actual sessions so you can get some of that strange feedback. As you can tell, we're too legit to quit, right? I wore this shirt for a reason because we're not going to stop, right? I'm going to be proactively going after this just like I always am, try to motivate y'all, keep you moving forward, and keep you pushing. And Barbara's here to keep me in check and make sure that you can understand my writing here for one, or her writing, right?
Yeah, my writing.
Because if I put it up there, it's never going to make much sense. All right, so cardio warm-up here. We want you to get outside, right? We want you to breathe deep. Always, right? Breathe, wash your hands, and it's a great day to be alive, right? We're still here, we're still going to be fighting. That's what I tell all my clients. If you come through those doors, we're going to get better. If you wake up, we're going to get better, all right? So for your actual warm-up, we want to try to get the cardiovascular system primed and ready for movement. Let's get outside. It's a little bit overcast today here in Houston, but it's also an opportunity for you to not be burning up, not have some of that hot sun on your skin. Get out there, get some movement, get some fresh air. You got anything on that, Barbara?
No, I mean, just even if it's just walking up and down your driveway for a few minutes, you know, a minimum 5 minutes of cardio to get you moving, get you warmed up. Another thing you can do is if you have steps going into your house, just 5 minutes of up and back, just like if you were using the step that Jake just showed just a few minutes ago, just to get you going and get your heart rate up.
It's easy. Just do it, right? The hardest part is getting it going. Okay, so 5 minutes of the warm-up. We'd like you to be outside. It can be more than 5 minutes. You can go ride on a bike, go run, go to the park, whatever it is. All right, and we're going to do some floor workout and some standing workout. We'll go ahead and start with the standing workout here. We're going to grab our chairs, put them in front of us. We're going to give you a couple different things that we always do. I'm going to stand to the side of the chair. Barbara will stand behind it for her. All right, so one of the first things we like to do is a hip flex and a hip extension. So we're going to boom here and then kick back here. I'm going to show you from the side because I don't want you hyperextending your back. So flex forward, keep your chin and chest tall, and flex back. Okay, nice control. Keep it going there. Give you about 10 for 1 to 2 sets each side. That's a hip flexion and a hip extension. Be careful of letting the pelvis tilt backwards, okay? Keep your pelvis tilted under you. All right, next thing is going to be that hip open and close, right? We're going to open the hip, close the hip. I like to say keep the belly button pointing straight in front of you. We're going to have a laser going straight to the wall, right? Open as far as you can without twisting the spine, and close back down. Up, open, close back down, okay? So that's going to be your hip open, hip close. We're going to run through these a little bit quick, just so you don't have to watch this video forever, but you can always refer back to it for the workout and for coaching cues as well. The next thing we're going to do is going to be heel to toe, and it's really just a dorsiflexion and plantar flexion of our ankles. So we're gonna go up on the toes, dig those toes into the ground, and pull those toes to the forehead. Dig those toes in the ground, pull those toes to the forehead. All right, this is our standing warm-up. Nice and controlled, breathing deep the whole time. Long, tall posture. Always try to keep that head pushing through the ceiling, right? Don't tuck the chin, push the spine tall. Heel, toe, all right? Breathe deep there. Next thing we're gonna go through here is we're gonna do something, we just kind of call it a standing bird dog. You can call it a crossbody reach or whatever you want to, but we're gonna balance again on the chair if we need it. You don't have to use the chair, but you're just gonna reach and flex, raise that heel back and flex your glute, flex your butt muscle. Okay, we like to go opposite sides. Think about trying to get something out of a cabinet, right? Reach, try to keep tall spine and breathe. Nice and control. Reach, tall spine and breathe. Right? We're trying to do things that are going to help us to mimic some of those activities of daily living and actually see a little bit of challenge as well. Okay, keep that breathing going. That's going to be your crossbody reaches or standing bird dogs. Get that core engaged. All right, so some scapular slides. And we can do it on a wall, right? We're going to try to get a little bit muscle activation in the back of the arm. We're going to try to get a little stretch in the front, into the chest. Try to keep our rib cage flat so don't flare your chest up. Try to keep your rib cage neutral, kind of down so you don't have the chest stuck up in the air, okay? That's a good way to do it. Flex the hips again, a little tension in the glutes so you don't have a whole lot of hyperextension in your lower back. Pull those shoulder blades, breathe in. Exhale, go over. Inhale. Breathe in, exhale. Good. Trying to activate everything in the back and trying to get a little bit of stretch here in the front as well. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is a little scap, a chest stretch, and a little shoulder activation. We're going to work on a little bit of rotator cuff, work on some of the shoulder muscles. And this, again, is going to be against a wall. And all of our clients are going to know this. But we like to push some pressure here on the chest, hand into the wall, and we're going to try to rotate without taking the elbow off the wall. Rotate the wrist off the wall, okay? Push the elbow into the wall, rotate the wrist off the wall to get some activation in the back of that shoulder muscle. Okay, and then you'll switch sides, same thing, rotate, breathe. So you're stretching the chest, you get a little activation in this muscle in the back of the shoulder, try to keep everything safe and being able to move forward, all right? That's going to be our standing warm-up. All right, so some of the ground stuff, we're going to show you a couple things here real quick that we may not have been doing. We're not going to show it all. So we'll go ahead and go to our fire hydrants. All right, we already did kind of the bird dog standing, so we're going to show you the fire hydrant here. And that's just going to lift and back down, okay? Things you want to avoid are rolling to the side or bending the arm, right? You don't want to do this. We're going to keep everything locked and loaded, tuck the pelvis a little bit, lift the hip, and back down. Keep the breathing, lift, and back down, okay? Nice and controlled. All right. Next thing we'll show you is a little 90-90 stretch, okay? I like to do this. Most people have tight hips, and you don't have to do this, but give a little bit of stretch here, and try to have a 90 degree in the knee on the back, a 90 degree in the knee in the front. Deep breath. Stretch. I like 3 deep breaths in the front. I like to go back. Same thing, putting pressure down into the knee, keep it flat. 3 deep breaths. Trying to stretch the internal, external rotators of the hip, okay? Back and forth. We're going to do that at least 3 times for 3 deep breaths each side. You can maybe go 5 if you need it. All right? After the 90-90, we've already done the scap slides. We'll go into the world's greatest stretch. I've already got another video that kind of has this, though. You can reflect upon that as well. We're going to go ahead, and there's a couple different ways to do it. I like to have the knee flat in the back, right? A lot of people lift it up, okay? But I want to get a little bit more hip activation and flex that glute. It's a little bit harder to flex the glute whenever you have the knee up. So flex the back butt muscle, that's what the glute is, and push that hip forward, and then reach to the ceiling. Squeeze that back cheek, breathe deep. Reach to the ceiling, okay? I don't like saying rotate to the ceiling. I want you to reach and spread that chest. Breathe deep. Keep that oxygen flowing. Good. All right. Back down. Nice and control. That's the world's greatest stretch. Okay? Another thing we'll do is we'll show you a hip bridge. Okay? So we're going to go flat on our back. Gonna engage. I like to pick the toes up, tuck the heels into the mat, tuck the pelvis a little bit, lower ab engagement, relax the neck, lift the hips, squeeze the cheeks. Exhale. Lift the hips, squeeze the cheeks, back down. Good. Tuck, back down. Good. Again, with all these, you can do about 2 sets of 5 to 10. Get the body ready for movement. That's going to be your basic mobility warm-up to kind of get you ready for the next exercises. Nice.